Another day, another video. Guys, today we're going to be exploiting Telnet, the Telnet service which runs on port 23. Now before we get to the Telnet part, I want to show you one of the features of Telnet, because it's one of those services that transmits data in plain text. So it shows you the user credentials in plain text. So I'll quickly demonstrate that using Wireshark before we get into the actual video of the day, which is exploiting Telnet. So I want to go into Wireshark. Go ETH0. Now what I want to do is go to my Metasploit machine or Metasploitable 2 machine, log in. Because I already know the details, I'll just pretend as if I do not know the details whatsoever. But for the sake of this demonstration, I want to show you guys something quickly. You see that I'm writing the password and I'm entering it, right? And let me go ifconfig to confirm the IP address. So it's 40. Alright. So I just want to quickly show you guys that you can see everything that is happening within a Telnet, connection. So if we were to go Telnet and enter this IP address, which is 192.168.8.40, right? So we have established a connection between the Metasploitable 2 machine, right? So if we were to go MSF admin and let me enter this password, I'm going to show you guys quickly what it does. So it's logged into this one. Now what we want to look for here is a Telnet connection. So let me quickly stop this Wireshark connection. Go to Telnet. So the destination is our Linux PC. So from our Linux PC, we send a TCP packet to our target machine, which is at this IP address. The destination is our IP. I wanna go into, alright, so is it TCP? I think it's TCP. So we want to go into Telnet. We want to go follow and the TCP stream. Now what this is going to show you is basically the user credentials in plain text. So there you have a password and the Metasploitable login. So this is just for demonstration purposes. I'm just showing you guys that it in one of the characteristics of Telnet, it says that it shows you user credentials in plain text. So this is the demonstration. So now let's get into the actual video of hacking this service. Just quit without saving. Let me exit this one. Go clear. Now we are back into the video of exploiting this service. We'll just go to where we saved our nmap scan. It should be in the desktop. So we go cat nmap scan 3. Let me quickly show you what port we're supposed to be exploiting. It's port 23. It's open. So it's Telnet, Linux Telnet. What we are going to do with this one, we can go into, let me clear this because I already showed you what port we're going to be exploiting. So we can go into search exploit and search Telnet D, and it shows you all the available exploits. Now we want to go into Telnet D specifically, that speaks to this GmbH, which is the IPC, which is essentially the Metasploitable 2 machine. So this right here is suitable for the Metasploitable 2 machine. So it's essentially a brute force Now what we need to do is go here, MSF console. So we're going to open up Metasploit and wait for it to load up. Once we get into Metasploit, we'll just search Telnet _login, and we are going to use that to do a brute force attack. And I'll show you the files that are created for the brute force attack to create the dictionary. So essentially what I have is basically just two text files, one containing usernames and the other one containing passwords. But I'll show you guys at a later stage. And now Metasploit is done loading up. We go search. Oh, come on. Search Telnet _login. Right. We go use one. And we go options. And there are a few things that we need to set here. Because as I already mentioned, we are supposed to perform a brute force attack. Right, so we need to set the pass file, which is this one, and it contains the passwords, and that file is stored in our PC. So we can create our own text file, or we can use the word lists that come with Linux, but I just prefer to use my own pass file. We are going to also set the user file, which is also contained within my PC. Let me go into a different root, a different shell, a different terminal, just to quickly show you what I have here. So I'll go cd home, Kali, desktop, and go ls la. Now here we have these files over here. We have the passwords and then we have the usernames. Now you can create these files on your own by simply going gedit and inserting the name of the file. So let's say you want to call it usernames. So you go usernames, whatever. So it's supposed to be a text file so that you are able to read it. So it's supposed to be read out as a dictionary, right? So you go gedit, and let's say I want to edit this one and add some few names to it. So I go passwords .txt. I go gedit, and let's say I want to add a few names to it. Let's just say John. Let's say Tato. Vidumelo. Lien. 1, 2, 3, 4. G blah 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 blah. You want to add a few names to it, and blah 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 blah. Say you want to do that, right? You want to edit this and add a few names to it. You can go ahead and do that, or you can just continue without saving, right? Because I already have this, and also the names are similar. You can also go gedit usernames, blah 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 blah, and edit it that way. Or you can also use nano. You can go nano passwords.txt. It's also the same thing. You can do that. Okay, exit out of that. So I'll just quickly showing you where the files are. These are the files. So this is the directory that I'm going to be using to insert the password file and the username files. Now let's go back to our Metasploit. We need to set a few things here. You have the R host, of course, that is going to be the target machine IP address. So we go 168.169.168.8 and then 40. You set that. You set your user file to home Kali desk desktop, and because this is the user file, it contains the usernames. We just go usernames.txt. We set also the password file. So the pass file is the home and desktop curly desktop /passwords .txt. And we also need to set a few things. You can set the stop on success option. So with this one, it stops guessing when a credential works for a host. Say you have a dictionary pair that matches, right? So once it reaches the pair that matches, it's going to stop automatically. Or you can stop this on your own with Control and C. But let's just set it for the sake of saving time on the pass file. Stop on success. You can set it to true. Boom. And the verbose is also set to true. So this is going to print out everything that is happening during your brute force attack. So we have our pass file set, our user file set, stop on success, and the R host. Now we can simply run it. Now we'll just wait for it to perform a brute force attack on this, and it's going to give us a live update of everything that is going on. So we go run. So there it is. It's already started. The first pair is Kali, and the user is unable to connect because the credentials are not matching, right? So this username and this password are not matching. It should keep on going until it finds a matching pair. Login failed for this one as well. Oh, I noticed something. I made a huge mistake. On the IP address, this is actually supposed to be 192. Oh my. I was wondering why the brute force was so slow. So the R host is 192.168.8.40, right? So let's quickly check if that's okay. So it's 192.168.8.40. Now let's run it again. You'll see the difference. There you go. It's much better now. Yeah, the brute force is much better now. So it's going through all this and trying to find a matching pair. So Kali MSF admin is there you go. That's it. Yeah, there you go. There's your matching pair, and it immediately stops after finding a matching pair, right? Because we set it to stop on success. Right, so now we have the matching pair, which is user and user. So the username is password, and the user name is user, and the password is user. Now we have a command shell session opened. Now we can, in order for us to run this, we can go sessions use, which is you, and then go 1. It's going to open our Metasploitable session. Updating, starter reverse, Metasploitable session 2. Now we can go sessions 2. So sessions 2. And we start that, and we are in the target machine. Now we can go print working directory. We have the home user, go ls la. We have all these things over here. We can go cd let's try CD desktop and see if it's gonna work. Okay, so CD desktop. Ooh, CD home LSLA. Yes, so CD. So it was in this user over here. So the username for this is user, and the password for this user over here is also user. So you can see already what it found, right? So it was trying to find the users that it could possibly exploit. So it had this user over here. So this user clearly has Telnet running on their computer. So we have the user over here. Now we can go back to the CD home, this home directory, and we can go CD and list all the directories that are in there. Now you have MSF admin, you have the user which we cracked before. Now we are able to gain access into some other users. We have MSF admin. We can go CD MSF. So we went CD MSF admin and LSLA. Now we are able to find some more things over here, right? So the bash history and the rhost SSH vulnerable. I'm pretty sure there are other things in the vulnerable directory as well. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need to exploit the Telnet service. That's pretty much all there is to it. And it's quite amazing how we are able to log in as this user or find the credentials for this user and still be able to gain access into the entire PC and then exploit this user as well. Also explore some other services and this FTP and other services as well. That's quite interesting. So yeah, that's all there is to it. So a Telnet service is essentially going to require you to use some brute force attack